Did you know that over 40% of UK retirees fear they won't have enough money to make it through their golden years? And here's the kicker, many don't even realize they're part of this growing crisis until it's too late. Retirement is supposed to be the time when you finally relax, enjoy life, and reap the rewards of decades of hard work. But for millions in the UK, it's turning into a nightmare. Pensions are shrinking, savings are drying up, and the cost of living is skyrocketing faster than anyone expected. Imagine this. You've worked your entire life, set aside what you thought was enough, and just as you're about to retire, you find out that it's not even close to covering the basics. What went wrong? And more importantly, could this happen to you? Here's the shocking truth. The UK retirement system is cracking under pressure. Longer lifespans, rising healthcare costs, and outdated pension plans are just the tip of the iceberg. And if you think you're safe because you've started saving, you might want to think again, because there are hidden traps that could leave anyone vulnerable. But here's the good news, understanding the problem is the first step toward avoiding disaster. In this video, we'll uncover the 10 most alarming reasons behind the UK's retirement crisis and show you how to protect yourself from becoming another statistic. Stay with us, this could be the most important wake-up call of your life. Number 1. Increasing healthcare costs. When we think about retirement expenses, we often focus on housing or day-to-day living costs. But here's a reality check. Healthcare costs are quietly becoming one of the biggest financial burdens for retirees in the UK, and the situation is getting worse every year. The National Health Service, NHS, provides essential care, but it doesn't cover everything. Prescription costs, dental care, eye exams, and private treatments can quickly add up. Many retirees are shocked to find themselves spending thousands of pounds each year on medical expenses they hadn't planned for. And let's not forget the growing need for long-term care. Whether it's a home health aide, assisted living, or a nursing home, these services come with hefty price tags. According to a recent report, the average cost of a care home in the UK exceeds £35,000 per year, and that figure is even higher in certain regions. The problem doesn't stop there. Advances in medical technology and treatments mean that while we're living longer, we're also managing more chronic illnesses like diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease. Each new treatment or therapy brings not only hope, but also a significant financial commitment. So, how can you protect yourself from this growing burden? The key is planning ahead. Start by exploring options like private health insurance or setting up a dedicated health savings fund. Additionally, staying proactive about your health through regular checkups, exercise, and a balanced diet can help reduce the risk of costly medical issues later in life. Remember, healthcare is a non-negotiable expense in retirement, and failing to plan for it can throw even the best financial strategy off course. Understanding this challenge now can save you from financial stress later, and this is just the beginning. Stick around as we uncover more surprising reasons behind the UK's retirement crisis and how you can stay one step ahead. Number 2. Rising housing costs. For many retirees in the UK, housing isn't just a place to live, it's one of the most significant financial challenges they face. Rising housing costs have become a silent yet formidable hurdle, draining resources that could otherwise go toward enjoying retirement. Over the past decade, house prices in the UK have surged by over 60%, and rental prices have climbed even higher. For retirees who don't own their homes outright, this means spending a larger portion of their fixed income on rent or mortgage payments, and even those who've paid off their homes aren't immune. Property taxes, maintenance, and utility bills continue to rise, stretching budgets to their limits. But what about downsizing? While it seems like a logical solution, it's not always the financial win it's made out to be. Selling a family home to move into a smaller property often comes with unexpected costs, estate agent fees, moving expenses, and even stamp duty in some cases. Plus, smaller properties in desirable areas are often priced at a premium, negating much of the anticipated savings. Let's not forget retirees who depend on housing benefits. With increasing demand and stagnant support levels, finding affordable housing is becoming a nightmare for low-income retirees. So, how can you navigate rising housing costs without jeopardizing your retirement plans? Start by reassessing your housing needs early. Consider options like equity release schemes, co-living arrangements, or moving to less expensive areas. It's also wise to budget for home maintenance and unforeseen housing expenses as part of your overall retirement plan. Housing is a foundational part of your retirement security. Failing to prepare for its rising costs can erode your savings faster than you think. As we dig deeper into the UK retirement crisis, the picture becomes clearer. It's all about understanding and addressing these challenges early. Stick around as we uncover more ways to safeguard your future. Number 3. Lack of financial education. One of the most overlooked causes of the UK's retirement crisis is the lack of financial education. Many people enter retirement without a clear understanding of how to manage their money effectively, leaving them vulnerable to financial missteps and hardship. The problem often starts early. In the UK, financial literacy isn't a core focus in schools, meaning most individuals don't learn the basics of budgeting, investing, or planning for the future. By the time they reach adulthood, financial decisions, like how much to save or where to invest, become daunting tasks that are often delayed or avoided altogether. Retirees face unique challenges that require a certain level of financial knowledge. For instance, understanding how to draw down pensions without depleting funds, navigating investment risks, and planning for inflation are critical skills. Yet many people rely solely on their state pension, unaware that it's unlikely to cover even basic living expenses. There's also the risk of falling prey to financial scams. Fraudsters often target retirees, knowing they might not have the tools to recognize a scam. Without financial education, it's easy to make costly mistakes, like withdrawing too much from savings or signing up for predatory financial products. But there's hope. Financial literacy is a skill that can be learned at any age. Start by educating yourself about the basics of retirement planning. There are countless online resources, workshops, and even free government advice services available. Consider consulting a financial advisor to create a tailored retirement plan and avoid pitfalls. The more you know about managing your money, the more secure your retirement will be. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also the key to financial freedom. Lack of financial education is a challenge, but it's one that can be overcome with effort and awareness. Stay with us as we explore more surprising reasons behind the UK's retirement crisis and how to protect your future. Number 4. Increasing life expectancy. Did you know that the average life expectancy in the UK has increased by nearly 10 years since the 1960s? While living longer is a remarkable achievement, it's also a double-edged sword when it comes to retirement. Simply put, the longer you live, the more money you need to sustain your lifestyle. For many retirees, their savings or pensions were designed for a retirement period of 15 to 20 years. But with modern advancements in healthcare, many people now spend 30 years or more in retirement. This extended lifespan means that retirement funds are stretched thin, leaving many retirees scrambling to make ends meet in their later years. What makes this even more challenging is that increasing life expectancy often goes hand in hand with rising healthcare needs. Chronic illnesses like diabetes, arthritis, or heart disease are more common in older adults, leading to higher medical expenses over time. And let's not forget the emotional and financial toll of long-term care, which becomes a significant factor for those who live well into their 80s or 90s. The big question is, how can you prepare for a retirement that could last decades longer than you initially planned? The answer lies in early and proactive planning. Start by reassessing your retirement goals and increasing contributions to your pension or savings. Consider investments that can provide growth over the long term to keep pace with inflation and rising expenses. It's also essential to adopt healthy habits now. Staying fit and active can not only improve your quality of life in retirement, but also reduce the likelihood of expensive medical bills. Increasing life expectancy is a wonderful development, but it requires a mindset shift when it comes to retirement planning. The sooner you adapt to this reality, the more comfortable and secure your golden years will be. Stick with us as we uncover more reasons why the UK retirement crisis is escalating and what you can do to protect yourself. Number 5. Rising cost of living. If you feel like your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to, you're not alone. The rising cost of living is one of the biggest challenges facing retirees in the UK today. From groceries to utility bills, the cost of everyday essentials has been climbing steadily, and it shows no signs of slowing down. In recent years, inflation rates have outpaced increases in pensions and savings returns. This means that retirees relying on fixed incomes like the state pension or savings accounts find themselves with less purchasing power each year. A pound saved 10 years ago simply doesn't go as far today, and this erosion of value hits retirees the hardest. Housing and energy costs are some of the most significant contributors to this crisis. The average energy bill for a UK household has risen by nearly 80% in the past decade, and with global energy instability, prices remain volatile. Similarly, food prices have soared, with staples like bread and milk becoming noticeably more expensive. For retirees on a fixed budget, these increases often mean cutting back on non-essentials, or worse, sacrificing necessities. Travel and leisure, things many retirees dream of enjoying, are also becoming luxuries. With higher costs for transportation, dining out, and entertainment, it's becoming harder to enjoy the golden years as planned. So, what can retirees do to combat rising living costs? The key is flexible and proactive planning. Start by reviewing your budget regularly and identifying areas where you can cut unnecessary expenses. Consider diversifying your income sources, such as taking up part-time work or investing in assets that generate passive income. Additionally, shop smarter by looking for discounts, comparing prices, and using loyalty programs. Small changes can add up to significant savings over time. Rising living costs are a harsh reality, but with the right strategies, you can stay ahead. Stick with us as we explore more challenges contributing to the UK's retirement crisis and how you can overcome them. We put a lot of heart and effort into creating these videos to bring you the insights you need. If you found this helpful, let us know your thoughts in the comments. What's your biggest retirement concern? And don't forget to subscribe to our channel with just one click. Your support helps us keep making valuable content for you. Number 6. Decline of defined benefit pensions. There was a time when a defined benefit (DB) pension was considered the gold standard of retirement security. These plans guaranteed a steady, predictable income for life, based on your salary and years of service. But today, they're becoming a thing of the past, and that's creating a major challenge for retirees across the UK. Over the last few decades, companies have been shifting away from defined benefit pensions to defined contribution (DC) plans. What's the difference? With a defined benefit pension, your employer assumes the risk, guaranteeing your payout regardless of market conditions. With defined contribution pensions, however, the risk is shifted to you, the employee. Your retirement income depends on how much you save and how well your investments perform. This shift might seem subtle, but its impact is enormous. Many retirees now face uncertainty about whether their savings will last. Unlike DB pensions, which provided peace of mind, DC pensions come with no guarantees. Poor market performance, inadequate contributions, or early withdrawals can significantly reduce your retirement income. The decline of DB pensions is further compounded by the fact that many people don't understand how to maximize their defined contribution plans. Failing to contribute enough, not diversifying investments, or neglecting to review performance can lead to financial shortfalls. So, what can you do to adapt to this new reality? The first step is to take control of your pension planning. Start contributing as early as possible and aim to increase your contributions over time. Educate yourself about investment options and seek advice from a financial planner to ensure your portfolio is well balanced. Additionally, consider alternatives to bolster your retirement income, such as building savings outside your pension, investing in property, or exploring part-time work during retirement. The decline of defined benefit pensions is a tough pill to swallow, but with careful planning and proactive steps, you can still create a secure and comfortable retirement. Stick around as we continue to uncover more challenges and solutions in the UK's retirement landscape. Number 7. Inadequate state pension. For many retirees in the UK, the state pension serves as a crucial financial safety net. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The state pension is far from adequate when it comes to providing a comfortable retirement. As of 2025, the full new state pension amounts to just £203.85 per week, or roughly £10,600 per year. While this might cover basic expenses like food and utilities, it falls woefully short of the income needed to maintain a decent standard of living, let alone cover unexpected costs like medical bills or home repairs. To put this into perspective, retirement experts estimate that a single person needs about £20,000 per year for a modest lifestyle and closer to £30,000 for a more comfortable retirement. This gap between what the state pension provides and what retirees actually need leaves many struggling to bridge the difference. Why is the state pension so limited? Part of the problem lies in the growing pressure on the system. With an aging population and longer life expectancies, the government is struggling to fund pensions for a larger pool of retirees over a longer period. As a result, state pensions are unlikely to see significant increases in the future. So, what can you do to prepare if the state pension isn't enough? The key is supplementing your income with private savings and investments. Start by contributing to a workplace or personal pension plan as early as possible. Even small, consistent contributions can grow significantly over time. Additionally, explore other sources of retirement income, such as part-time work, renting out property, or passive income streams like dividends or interest. Relying solely on the state pension is a gamble most retirees can't afford to take. By planning ahead and diversifying your income sources, you can ensure a more secure and fulfilling retirement. Number 8. Low savings rates among the population. Saving for retirement is one of the most important financial habits, yet low savings rates among the UK population are a significant contributor to the growing retirement crisis. Shockingly, a recent survey revealed that nearly one-third of UK adults have less than £1,000 in savings, leaving many dangerously unprepared for life after work. Why are savings so low? One major factor is the rising cost of living. With housing, energy, and food expenses taking up a large portion of income, many people struggle to set aside anything for the future. Immediate financial demands often overshadow the importance of long-term planning. Another issue is a lack of awareness about how much is actually needed for retirement. Many underestimate the amount required to maintain their current lifestyle once they stop working. For instance, experts recommend having a retirement pot of at least £250,000 to £400,000. But few people are on track to reach this goal. Compounding the problem is the fact that some rely solely on their workplace pensions, assuming it will be enough. But without regular contributions and proper investment strategies, these pensions often fall short of meeting retirement needs. So how can you ensure you're not part of this alarming statistic? The answer is starting early and saving consistently. Even small contributions, when invested over decades, can grow into significant savings due to the power of compound interest. Automating your savings by setting up direct deposits into a retirement account makes this process easier and ensures you don't skip contributions. If you're already behind, don't panic. Focus on increasing your savings rate and exploring other income-generating options like part-time work or side investments. It's never too late to start building a more secure financial future. Low savings rates are a tough reality, but by taking action now, you can avoid financial stress later. Stick with us as we uncover more factors behind the UK retirement crisis and how you can take control. Number 9. Inflation eroding savings. Inflation is often called the silent thief, and for retirees, it's a thief that never takes a day off. Over time, inflation erodes the purchasing power of your savings, meaning the money you worked so hard to set aside buys less and less as the years go by. Consider this. If the annual inflation rate averages just 3%, the value of £100 today will be equivalent to only about £67 in 20 years. For retirees who depend on fixed incomes like savings or pensions, this gradual decline can be devastating, especially as the cost of essential goods and services continues to rise. The impact of inflation is felt most acutely in areas like healthcare, housing, and daily necessities, where prices often increase faster than general inflation. For instance, energy prices have surged in recent years, and medical expenses continue to outpace other cost of living increases. Many retirees make the mistake of keeping their savings in low-interest accounts, such as traditional savings accounts or cash ISAs. While these may feel safe, the interest they earn is rarely enough to keep up with inflation. Over time, this strategy results in a loss of real value. What can you do to protect your savings from inflation? The key lies in diversification and strategic investing. Consider allocating a portion of your retirement portfolio to inflation-resistant assets like stocks, real estate, or inflation-linked bonds. These investments tend to grow over time and can help preserve your purchasing power. It's also wise to review and adjust your financial plan regularly. Inflation rates can fluctuate, and staying informed about economic trends will allow you to make necessary adjustments to safeguard your savings. Inflation is a challenge that no retiree can afford to ignore. By understanding its effects and planning accordingly, you can ensure your savings last longer and provide the financial security you deserve. Stick around as we discuss the final reason behind the UK's retirement crisis and how to protect your future. Number 10. Economic uncertainty and market volatility. Retirement planning often feels like navigating a ship through calm waters, but when economic uncertainty and market volatility strike, those waters can quickly turn into a storm, leaving retirees vulnerable to financial hardship. In recent years, the global economy has faced a series of unpredictable shocks, from Brexit to the COVID-19 pandemic, and now geopolitical conflicts and energy crises. These events create ripple effects that impact investments, pensions, and savings, often catching retirees off guard. One of the biggest risks is market downturns. For retirees who rely on income from investment portfolios, a sudden drop in the stock market can significantly reduce the value of their assets. Unlike younger investors, retirees have less time to recover from these losses, making them especially vulnerable to market volatility. Currency fluctuations and interest rate changes also play a role. A weak pound can increase the cost of imported goods and services, while rising interest rates may drive up mortgage payments for those who still carry housing debt. All of these factors create financial uncertainty, making it harder to plan for the long term. So, how can you protect yourself from economic turbulence? The answer lies in diversification and risk management. Spread your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate, to reduce your exposure to any single market. Consider keeping a portion of your portfolio in low-risk, stable assets to provide a safety net during volatile periods. It's also crucial to maintain a flexible financial plan. Regularly review your retirement strategy and adjust as needed to reflect changes in the economic landscape. Working with a financial advisor can help you stay on track and make informed decisions. Economic uncertainty and market volatility are inevitable, but with the right approach, you can weather the storm and ensure your retirement remains secure. That concludes our list of the 10 biggest challenges in the UK retirement crisis. Stay tuned for our final thoughts and practical steps you can take to safeguard your future. Conclusion: the UK retirement crisis isn't just a headline, it's a reality affecting millions of current and future retirees. From rising healthcare and housing costs to inflation and market volatility, the challenges are daunting. But understanding these issues is the first step toward overcoming them. Each of the 10 reasons we've discussed paints a clearer picture of why retirement planning is more critical than ever. Whether it's the decline of defined benefit pensions, the inadequacy of the state pension, or the low savings rates among the population, these factors highlight the urgent need for proactive financial planning. The good news is that it's not too late to take action. By educating yourself, building a diverse investment portfolio, and seeking professional advice, you can create a retirement strategy that stands up to these challenges. Small steps, like increasing your savings rate, investing in inflation-proof assets, and planning for longer lifespans, can make a significant difference over time. Ultimately, the key to navigating the UK retirement crisis is control and awareness. While you can't change economic trends or policy shifts, you can take control of your financial future by staying informed and prepared. Retirement should be a time to enjoy life, not to worry about money. So, take these lessons to heart, start planning today, and safeguard the retirement you deserve. Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your biggest takeaway or concern about retirement? Drop it in the comments below. Don't stop here. Check out our previous videos. If you found this helpful, please support us by hitting the subscribe button. It's just one click and helps us keep creating content just for you.